Welcome everyone to our call tonight. We wanted to create this call because we know when you start, you don't necessarily know how to take your products, how to get the best results, and we love these products. We want you to be able to have an incredible experience, get the results that you want, and get all the information you need to start off on a good foot. First of all, we're really excited that you made this decision to choose Plexus. Honestly, I was really slow to the draw. It took me about a year to decide to try Plexus. I was very stubborn. I was very skeptical. My background is as a nurse. I was an ICU nurse for 10 years, and I was in the health and fitness field for over 20 years. So I thought I knew everything about health and wellness, but honestly, I was struggling with energy slumps, headaches, sugar cravings, bloating, trouble sleeping, anxiety, and a lot of other things. A lot of other things that so many people struggle with. And after watching my friend for a year, having her reach out to me multiple times, I finally said, what do I have to lose? And I'm sure a lot of you guys felt the same way. You're like, well, what do I have to lose? I mean, there's a sale. It's a great price. What do I have to lose? I may as well try it. And so we just want to congratulate you for making a really awesome choice. I mean, you don't even know how great it's going to be, but we know, and that's why we're so amped and so excited for you. When I started on the products, I started out with the Triplex Combo and X Factor Plus. Those are some of our foundational products, and Natalie's going to share a little bit more about those products. But before she shares tonight, we always want to be super honest with you. We want to give you the tips and the tools that are going to help you to be successful, and we don't really want to sugarcoat it. And so we're going to start out talking a little bit about lifestyle, and we're going to talk about some really basic, simple things that you can do to assist the products in helping you more. Because like your friend shared with you, there is no such thing as a quick fix. There's no magic pill. There's nothing that you can take and then fill your body with tons and tons of crap that's going to undo all of that damage. And so as far as lifestyle is concerned, one of the things that was attractive to me about Plexus is it wasn't a specific diet I had to ascribe to. It wasn't a complicated system that involved 15 different types of capsules and pre-planning, all this kind of stuff. I have 6 kids. I could not do complicated. I needed simple. But there were some lifestyle things that I really needed to start incorporating. I was really crappy at drinking water before Plexus. Okay? And the first thing we always tell people is you need to drink water. Half your weight in ounces of water per day. So if you're 120 pounds, that means at least 60 ounces of water. I love that Natalie just put her water to her mouth right now. I'm saying drink water, and she's being very obedient. But half your weight in ounces of water. Listen, that's not just a Plexus thing, that's a life thing. Most people go through life chronically dehydrated, and it does a number on your organs and your cells. You look tired, you feel older, things don't function as well. So pound that water. If you struggle with water, wake up first thing in the morning, have a cup by your bathroom sink. I've got a giant one. It's like a 20-ouncer. I fill that thing up and I just guzzle it. It's how I start my day. I've got to start it top heavy to get that water into me. The second thing is you need to move your body. Now, I don't expect you to fall in love with burpees like me. I love burpees. I love my push-ups. I love all the things. And some people despise it. Some people hate sweating. That's fine. But can you take a walk for 20 minutes? Can you go out and walk your dog? Can you take a bike ride? Can you physically use your body? What you have to remember is that the main way that your body detoxifies, well, 3 ways, is poop, pee, and sweat. So we want you peeing, which the water is going to take care of. We want you sweating, which the movement is going to take care of. And we want you pooping, which if you're not doing regularly, the products will help you with. The third thing I want to talk about is what you put into your body. Now, we don't expect you to make a radical diet change. But what I want to say here is if you have an Achilles heel, like maybe it's Krispy Kreme donuts. I just drove by one on the way here. Krispy Kreme donuts. Or maybe it's like Reese's peanut butter cups. Or it's chocolate Rocky Road ice cream. Or something like chips and salsa every night at 10 p.m. Anybody like to eat chips and salsa? I do. If you have an Achilles heel, I want you to find one thing that you can take out. One thing that you can be like, you know what, I'm not going to buy the Reese's peanut butter cups anymore because I'm making a change in my health. And then I want you to think of one thing that you can add in. What's one healthy food choice that you can add in? Are you going to eat more vegetables? Are you going to eat a salad once a day? Are you going to stop eating after 7 p.m. at night? Because you know if you start eating at 9, it all goes downhill and you just pick it up. Because you see, these products are going to work for you, but if you're working against them, they're not going to work for you as well. And so if you're sabotaging yourself, which so many of us are great self-sabotagers, put a 1 in the comments if you tend to self-sabotage everything that you do, okay? This is not the time to self-sabotage. This is the time to decide, I'm going to do it different. I'm going to do it better. I'm going to take care of myself. I can add in one thing healthy. I can take one thing out that's self-sabotaging. I can move my body 20 minutes. I can drink water. Those are things you can do. And then the last lifestyle thing I want to talk about is get some sleep. Your body needs sleep. When you sleep, that's when your body repairs. That's when some of these products that you're going to take at night can do their work, their magic. And when your body is resting and repairing, your cells repair. And one of the things we talk about in Plexus a lot is, listen, give this 90 days of consistency, because it takes your cells 90 to 120 days to regenerate and to rejuvenate. And so you need to give your body time, drinking water, eating healthy, moving, sleeping. Those are all things that are going to work together with the supplements to help your body. And so we always like to start out with that and tell you, you made an awesome choice. If you don't think you want to move, if you don't think you can give up the peanut butter cups, if you don't think you have energy, if your sleep sucks, just wait till you get on your products. You're not going to crave as terribly. So just don't keep those things in your house. You're going to sleep deeper. You're going to crave water, and you're going to have energy that you didn't have before. And so do something with that energy. Move your body. Do something with your newfound energy, with your newfound desire to eat healthier. Like, make those choices then when you go to the grocery store to choose healthier foods. So that's how we're going to start out tonight. We are super, super pumped, but we want to tell you a couple of things that you can do as you're starting your products. Natalie's going to give us some great information on what to expect.
Awesome. Thanks, Brooke. So just a little bit about me. I started actually when Brooke started, a little bit after that, on the products in 4 years. I have a thyroid and an autoimmune disorder. So I was looking for better sleep, more energy, to get rid of the feeling, I'd wake up, take a shower, and try and go back to bed. If I were to get out of bed, it felt like the covers weighed a gazillion pounds. I was grumpy, I was moody, I was having some anxiety and depression that was new for me. And I just found myself withdrawing from even being a mom and a wife. So I had tried a lot of different things. And really when Brooke and my sister-in-law, Emily, started talking to me about it. I have a background in medicine as well. I'm a registered nurse for 20 something years. I don't even remember. I think I started when I was 5. So do the math. But anyway, one of the things that really impressed me is, first of all, I knew it wasn't going to kill me. And secondly, they talked a lot about root healing. How many of you have ever kind of heard of that term, root healing? And I was like, okay, well, that does make sense to me, because I would go to the doctor and I would say, I feel like this, and this. And what he would do is he would write me a prescription to fix this, and this. And while it worked momentarily, what wasn't happening is I wasn't getting to the root of the issue, right? Which has a lot to do with your gut. So Brooke mentioned the Triplex, which is the slim drink, that famous pink drink that we all know and love, as well as BioCleanse and ProBio. So what I'm going to talk about is that root healing and what are some of the adjustments that we can make on those foundational gut health that we're on. So one of the things that can happen as we start to peel away those layers of Candida yeast and that yucky bacteria in our gut is we can go through some detoxing symptoms, right? And it's just your body's way of getting rid of the toxins to restore natural balance. So your body's going to be adjusting to that. It's going to be, like I said, just healing those layers at a time and restoring. And so that's a pretty normal, natural process. Any of you on the call ever experienced any kind of detox? Raise your hand. Okay. there's, of those who I can see, there are some. I experienced it. Some of the common things that you might notice are a headache. I experienced kind of the feeling of almost flu-like, where I just kind of felt yucky and tired and wanted to just kind of lay down. You can have some GI upset. Sometimes you can get a rash. Those are all very normal things as your body starts to detox and get rid of all of those toxins in your body. So one of the things that I want to talk about, because we're talking about our core gut health products, is some of the adjustments that you can make to your BioCleanse, which is kind of that gentle GI cleanser that works with the probiotic to break down that bad bacteria and kind of like the dump trucks, get rid of it, right? So digestion is really important, especially because Brooke mentioned we're going to get rid of those toxins through pee, poop, and sweat, right? I prefer dancing with my kids is one of the ways that I like to move my body for 20 minutes. But so when we talk about BioCleanse, that's going to help us either if we're pooping too much or pooping too little, we can adjust those things one way or the other. So if you're who's normal in the sense that we talk about poop here, totally okay. So, I wish I had the little poop emoji that I could show her a poop pillow. I need to get one of those. But anyway, if one who's normal and poops 2 or 3 times a day, which is what you want to be doing, you can start with 1 or 2 BioCleanse. If you feel like me with my thyroid, actually really constipated, and I didn't go for days. I'm like ashamed to admit that it was days and it was awful and I felt awful. So I actually started with like 3 or 4 BioCleanse, and then I went 6 to a point where I could get my body, like I said, back to that restored normal balance that we want to see, right? So you kind of adjust according to your body, because everybody is different and body is different. So what works for me may not work for Janelle, right? So you can adjust these according to how your digestion is going. The other thing that you can adjust is your probiotic. Say to start off with 1 for a couple of days, and then you can go up to 2, which maintenance dose. Now, if you're like me who had a lot of sugar craving, I really like Snickers bar and Reese's Buttercup. So I would try and sneak those. I had like a little cabinet where nobody even my hid them. So at night I would go and grab those. I don't have that anymore. I don't even crave that. But if you're somebody like that, then you can go up to 3 or 4 if you're having some more sugar cravings. These things can be adjusted. The doses on like the back bottles are just recommendations. They're not like a prescription from your doctor that you should follow. They can be adjusted one way or the other. One I want to talk about is slim. So one of the common things that you can experience is a headache, and that's just the body's response and kind of normalizing those blood sugars, reducing your insulin sensitivity, things like that. So for that, if you're really sensitive to it, you can take food with it. You can have it and drink, half in the morning, half with lunch, things like that. You don't want to mix the powder, just mix them separately. And Brooke mentioned more water, right? So you can do as well. So one of the things that I want to just reiterate is that detox and these types of things are normal, and it's okay to experience. It means the things that we're doing with your body work, right? So just like you would go to the gym, and maybe if you haven't been to the gym in a little bit and you're starting to lift some weights, or you run an extra mile, your muscles are going to get sore and you're going to have lactic acid. That's not very fun, right? You can barely sit on the toilet sometimes to go to the bathroom because you're sore. Kind of your body's response of change, right? It's the same with this. You're not going to quit going to the gym because you have lactic acid buildup in your sore muscles. No, you're going to take an Epsom salt bath. You're going to take some, hopefully Ease, which is a great product that I think Brooke is going to talk about. You're going to go back to the gym. It's the same kind of thing. You're going to do the tools, do the lifestyle things that Brooke talked to you about, and then you're going to start to really feel great. So I think I'm going to turn it over to Brooke now.
I No, it's okay. We've got a lot of kids here. I love that information because I did go through a little bit of detox when I started, and mine were mostly digestive changes. And I was like, well, whatever. I mean, I knew that my body was working things out, and I knew that it takes 6 weeks to 6 months for your gut bacteria to kind of turn over and change. And so if your gut is the epicenter of a lot of things that are going on in your body, from your skin to your mood, to your weight, to to your sleep, to so many different things, I knew that it was going to take a little bit of time. And I'm so glad that I was just patient and I let my body work it out, because your body always does work it out, literally. So I know Natalie did a great job of covering our core products. I'm going to very quickly talk a little bit about some of the other products, what to expect, and some things that you might think about adding into your routine as you keep going with Plexus. One of the things that I mentioned when I started is I took X Factor Plus. This is our multivitamin, multi-mineral polyphenol blend. It's more than a vitamin. It's like all the good things in one, and it has gut strengthening benefits as well. Because it is so strong and so effective and has helped my hair to grow like leaps and bounds like crazy and stop falling out, you want to take this with food. And you can really pick whatever meal you want: breakfast, lunch, dinner, a snack. When you have something that's bioavailable, you want to take it with food, and it increases absorption as well. We have something else that was one of my favorites from the very beginning as well, and that's Omega X. Does anybody here struggle with sleep? I used to. Inflammation, nerve, brain, heart health. Omegas are essential for all of those things. And the thing that I love about ours is there's no fishy burp. It's plant-based. It comes from the ahi flower, so it's traceable, sustainable, and clean. You won't have some of those toxins and things that you can get in marine-based omegas. I take mine right before bedtime because omegas tend to have a relaxing effect on the body. And so if you want a deeper sleep, this would be something great to take before bedtime. In addition, I'm going to talk a little bit about Vital Biome. Does anybody here struggle with mood, digestive issues, poor immune function? Vital Biome is amazing. I used to have horrible anxiety. I had postpartum depression really bad after my 4th baby. I started the products after my 5th baby when she was 6 weeks old. One of the biggest reasons I started is because I don't want to go back into that black hole. I don't want to be tired all the time. I don't want to need a nap every day. I don't want to be yelling at my kids. I don't want to be anxious and depressed. And so I started the triplex, and when Vital Biome came out, I was super excited. So this is just 1 capsule a day. It's best on an empty stomach, just like our ProBio 5. But most people will take Vital Biome first thing in the morning. I literally roll out of bed, go to my bathroom, take my Vital Biome. Another thing that I want to share with you, and we just are kind of like rolling through these things pretty quickly and telling you how to start them, is Ease. Ease is a natural anti-inflammatory. I'm a huge fan. I don't know if any of you guys pop the ibuprofen or the Tylenol for pain, but my husband was like a chronic ibuprofen user for shoulder issues. He has 5 slip discs, like lots of different things going on. I feel like I was probably on the cusp of being someone that was autoimmune. Every morning when I woke up, my feet and my joints hurt. I didn't understand that that was inflammation, but my first few steps out of bed were kind of gingerly. Like I had to give my body a little bit of time to warm up to movement and to kind of wake up. And so I started Ease after a few months, and I noticed that it helped with things like my Achilles tendonitis and my plantar fasciitis. But anything that has a root in inflammation, such as autoimmune issues, digestive issues, even in your face. I remember waking up and having like puffy eyes, puffy face, puffy hands. You guys ever feel that? Like when you wake up, you can't take your wedding ring off. Like this sucker comes off so easy. In fact, when I go on the ocean in Hawaii, when we're home in Hawaii, I kind of have to be careful with my ring because I don't have the puffiness anymore. So Ease is a great anti-inflammatory. You can use it for if you have an inflammatory condition, or just simply if you're having a headache or you're having a rough day, a rough workout, and you want that support. Next, I am going to talk about weight, which I love to talk about. Did anybody start Plexus wanting to lose some weight? Come on, be honest. Maybe a little something around your belly? Yeah? Okay. So I have had a lot of babies. I used to have to struggle so hard and work really hard to lose weight. And I won't say it was as big of a struggle for a lot of people because I've always been active, but I would have to hit it really hard. and I would have to be more careful about what I ate. And as I was getting older, it didn't get any easier. And so the triplex combo is going to help you if you are someone that struggles with cravings and energy and you need to get your gut balanced, because the two important things for really losing weight and keeping it off are your gut and your hormones. You've got to get those things balanced out. And so the triplex is essential to that. So get yourself on the triplex. But if you want something to augment and help a little bit more, we have something called MetaBurn. Now, if you're starting MetaBurn, you really just want to start with one capsule your first few days and see how you do. MetaBurn is a metabolism booster and a mood booster. It does have about 100 and let me see, I should know this, 160 milligrams of caffeine, I think, in 2 capsules. I hope I'm not wrong, but it does have some caffeine in it from green tea extract. And so if you're really sensitive to caffeine, you might start with 1, after a few days, 2. I typically recommend that people, you know, if they're sensitive to supplements, that they take this with food when they first started. I didn't have any sensitivity to it. I did fine on 2. Honestly, most of you are going to do just fine. It's just to be conservative that we say start with 1 and then add in a second one after a few days. This is one of my favorite ones because I really did feel that elevation in mood, happiness. I felt a lightness about me, and I felt like my metabolism was elevated. I did trim down the last 5 pounds of my baby weight around my belly, hips, thighs, and butt. And when I stopped using it, I didn't gain it back. That was one of the coolest things, because a lot of times you'll do some other crazy program and you might lose the weight, but as soon as you stop the metabolism booster, you gain it back. And I don't see that happen with MetaBurn. Balance is another tool that you can use, and not just for weight loss, but if you're someone that struggles with blood sugar issues, Balance is fantastic. Anybody get what we call the Polynesian paralysis? After you eat a meal, you're like, I'm dead to the world. I must go lean back on the couch and just close my eyes for a minute. Right? Balance is so great because it stops that post-meal crash. It blocks half of the carbs that you eat in a meal. We're not giving you permission to have 2 pieces of cake. You still just have 1, but it's going to block half of that, okay? And it's going to help to stabilize your blood sugar. So I especially love Balance for people that have hormonal issues or blood sugar issues, or you love your carbs and you're trying to break up with them. This is a great one, okay? 2 capsules before your largest meal of the day that has carbs. Now, if you're eating a meal with a salad and chicken on top, there's really not much carbs in that meal. So save this for a different meal that you have carbs in, okay? Are you guys catching all this? I'm going to talk about our lean. And the reason I like to talk about lean is because a lot of us eat convenience foods, or we don't eat a very nutritious breakfast. We eat toast, we eat cereal, we eat bagels, we eat carb-rich breakfast, and we're starving very shortly after. This is great as a meal replacement, any meal of the day. A lot of people will have it for breakfast. It's packed with fiber, protein, healthy fats, fully methylated natural vitamins. This is like the best quality meal replacement because we don't use synthetics and artificial things in it. And you are full. 3, 4, even up to 5 hours. I have a lean shake every morning. I also love to build muscle. I've got muscle, right? I work out every day. I'm not looking to get skinny. I'm looking to keep my muscle. And having something like this with 20 grams of protein is amazing for keeping your lean muscle and burning fat. I will say when you start lean, it has 7 grams of fiber in it, okay? What happens when we eat more fiber? Sometimes we need to poop more. And if you've been eating a low fiber diet, your body's like, what is going on? It's okay. Poop is good. Your body will get used to it. Fiber is so good for your cholesterol. It's good for your digestion. It's good for the lining of your gut. So just know it has a lot of fiber in it, and you might experience that. The last thing I'm going to talk about is I'm going to shift gears from weight into skin. Okay, I am almost 42. The only skincare products I use are our Joyome products. Before Joyome, I didn't use very much of anything. My skin looked tired. It was more wrinkled, especially across my forehead. It was more even. It did not glow as well. I went back and forth from having oily skin in Hawaii to super dry skin in Utah. And now my skin is always just perfectly moisturized. It's very even. It's very smooth. It's less wrinkled. And I get compliments all the time from people. And Joyome is all I use. It's a day serum and a night serum. Wash my face in the morning, put this on. Wash my face at night, put this on. Now, anytime you start a new skincare routine, you may have some changes because you're changing what you put on your skin. So if you get some redness, if you have a couple zits pop up, if you get some dry patches, if you have some changes that happen, don't freak out. Just slow down. That's what we say with the skincare. Go to 1 pump instead of 2 or 3 pumps, right? Or just do the night serum for a while and then add in the day serum. You can pull back and slow down, but you don't have to stop. And just know that some of those things can happen. Don't freak out. Remember that skin is really about not only putting stuff on your skin, but what you put in your body. And so that triplex combo is going to help heal your skin from the inside out because your gut has a lot to do with your skin. So I typically recommend if you have skin issues like acne or, you get that time of the month. I used to get a lot of breakouts, right? I recommend that you are on the triplex and you are on the Joyome. Okay, we have some great additional information from an esthetician that your sponsor can share with you about Joyome if you're having any kind of disruptions in your skin as you start it. And then last but not least, our collagen. If you want younger, firmer, better textured skin, less sagginess, less wrinkles, and you want more vibrant skin, collagen is where it's at. Honestly, the collagen you can mix with anything. You can mix it with slim, with active, with lean. If you're a coffee drinker, with your coffee, with your oatmeal, with your yogurt, with your smoothie, anything you want to mix it with because it's a neutral flavor. Again, anytime you start any new natural supplement, you can have some digestive changes. Just write it out, take your time, drink your water, get your body moving, and you're going to feel great. I'm just super excited to see new health testimonies from you guys. Make sure you take your befores of your skin. Make sure you take your measurements, some before pictures. Sometimes you don't, if you're trying to drop weight, sometimes you don't drop a lot of weight, but you lose a size. Or you lose a couple of inches because you lose constipation and you lose inflammation and you lose fat, but you don't lose muscle. So make sure you take those. Now, Natalie's going to kind of wrap us up a little bit here before I come back and talk about one of the other things that's key for you being successful on your products.
So just to answer a couple questions in the chat that popped up while you were talking, Brooke. For me personally, now I just wash my face in coconut oil with a mild soap. And then I put Joyome right on after that. And if I need just a little bit more, I just use coconut oil. I used to have horrible hormonal acne that was it was disgusting. But that's all gone now. So I think somebody asked, is it great for hormonal acne? And absolutely it is. That combined with, like Brooke said, healing your gut and working on your gut is a great combination. So one of the things that I love most about Plexus, and I don't know if you guys can relate to me, but anytime I find something that's amazing in my life, whether it's an awesome the gym, a great book, or even an awesome bra that helps hold the girls up where they're supposed to be, I like to tell my friends about it, right? So it is proven that when you start something like an awesome class at the gym, it's always better with friends, right? It's great to have accountability partners. And one of the things I love most about Plexus is this community, right? I've made so many incredible friends. Brooke McCormick's on here, Janelle, Shay, all of these people have become like my family. And as a result of this community and these amazing products, when I very first started, I didn't really want to do it alone. I had my sister, she lived in a different state. But what I really wanted to share it with was my closest friends, right? I had just barely started. I didn't know if the products were going to work, but I had heard from Brooke how amazing she was and some of her friends and how amazing she was doing on the products. So all I did was I called up my best friend, my mom, and my sister, my other sister, and they started with me and they became my accountability partners, because you know that if you have a class to show up to and your friend's going to be there and they're waiting for you, you're going to show up, right? You're not going to bail on your friend. It's the same kind of thing. Now, a lot of times when talking to people about finding accountability partners, they say, well, wait a minute, I don't even know how these products are going to work for me. that's okay. There's hundreds of people that have testimonials that they can share with you. Mine, Brooke, the friend that helped you get started, that can really help you to reach out to them. A lot of things that we like to do are Zooms, very casual like this, where we get on and talk about the products and talk specifically to them and what they are trying to find solutions for. So I would highly, highly encourage you to think of those people in your life that you can help. This is a time that we need good help more than anything, right? I feel like if you don't have your help and you're trying to make other goals, then nothing else really matters. Because if you feel like crap, you don't want to do anything anyway. I know that because that's happened to me personally. So get your health in order, do it with friends. It's so much more fun with friends. Have accountability partners. You'll be so much more consistent and you'll be so much more committed to the process of healing than you will if you're doing it by yourself.
I actually second that, because being in the fitness field and being a fitness instructor for 20 years, it was always the women that came to the gym with their friends that had results and did better, and consistently year after year did not gain weight and were healthy. And so it's just proven, if you do things with friends instead of hiding in a corner and doing it by yourself secretively, you know, when you do that, you're actually not really committed. But when you do it and you hold yourself accountable to other people doing it with you, it's like, dang, I can't skip out. I got to take my stuff. I got to drink my shake. I got to drink my Slim every day. And so having that accountability really does help you. There's some really cool things that are available to new ambassadors that weren't even available for me and for Natalie when we started. And so we're really excited about this. We do have a very generous company and very generous founders. And because you're new to Plexus, you qualify for our early referral bonus program. If you've joined in the last 30 days and you have 3 friends join you, you can make anywhere between $300 and $520. And that's just for having 3 people join you. To me, it's kind of a no-brainer. When I started my mom, my sister-in-law, and a cousin, and one of my friends on the products. I didn't even really know that much about it. I just was like, this is going to be good for you. I know you need some help. You should just get on the same thing I'm on. And I didn't have to have all this knowledge that I have now. And I didn't have all this knowledge. And so just know that that's available to you. It's very simple. It doesn't have to be about you doing a big business. There are so many of you that like, I just started because I want to feel good. Awesome. So did I. So did Natalie. But we also knew that there were other people out there that were silently struggling with issues. And so we just put it out there. And that's my philosophy. Why not put it out there? What if there's somebody that's looking for an answer, or somebody that's struggling with something? And honestly, who couldn't use another $300 to $520? And if you have 6 friends that want to start with you, it's even more than that. If you have 6 friends, it's anywhere between $600 and $890. And so you could really grab a whole community of other people that want better skin, that want to lose weight, that want energy, that want a better gut, like people that are struggling with all different kind of things. And you could link arms with them, get amazing results together, and not have to pay for your products for a really long time, or just have extra money for the things that you need in your life. If that's something that interests you, we want you to know it's very simple. We have a lot of people that do that in 1 day or within 1 hour. So you're gonna go back to your friend that sent you to this call and you're gonna say, you know what, I wanna make that referral bonus. Can you help me do that? If you wanna learn a little bit more about the business side of Plexus that we love so much, that none of us had any intention to do, but we now love so much, we want to invite you to come to our call tomorrow night at 7 p.m. We have a call that's all about the business, where you get to see what we see, feel what we feel, and experience what we experience. You get to hear from other people, not us, other people that started these products, that felt great, that wanted to help other people, and now make a legitimate income from their phone. So we want to invite you to that. That's at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Make sure you get the invite for that. And we want to thank you again for spending some time with us. We are so pumped for you to get started. And make sure you take your pictures and you document it. All right, guys, have a great night. We'll see you next time.